What up, good people? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Let me tell you, we got so much going on right now. Personal, professional, whatever you want to say. Just a beautiful day in the neighborhood, all of that going on. But welcome, 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 my good people. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for doing whatever. Thanks for being here. How about that? So, welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Y'all know who I am. I'm sitting here with my girl.
Hey, it's Shanice is winding down Wednesday. We're a little bit behind the eight ball, but that's okay. Better late than never.
Better late than never. We got stuff going on that we have to take care of. So it was, which was very intense. So, for
To
me,
say the least.
oh my Lord, Jesus, I'm trying to. I was just saying that. We'll talk about that in a minute, though. But yeah, I know, right? I'm trying to stay in that mode, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, it's Wednesday, and we're behind the eight ball, but we're not behind the eight ball. So let's make this thing happen. What's going on,
Hey,
Carol?
Carolyn.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for catching us at the last minute, because this is the last minute deal right here. But we appreciate you, my sister, for tuning in. But
Yes,
here tonight we're gonna talk about it. But in the meantime, in the between time, how you been, sis? How you been?
I've been good. I mean, it makes no difference to complain because it don't change nothing. So, I mean, I'm enjoying the sun, the weather, the time, clocks that kind of mess some folk up. But I'm excited because we get daylight so much longer. So it's nice having that sun.
Right. What's up, Robert? What's
Hey,
up? Thanks
Robert.
for tuning in. Old faithful
Yeah.
Robert, thanks for tuning
Thanks for
in.
tuning in. Yeah, so I'm great. I can't complain. I got good health. I done woke up this morning. God done woke me up again for another purpose. So hey, I'm grateful. How about you? How
Ain't
your week
God
been?
good? Ain't God good? Well,
For sure.
it's the last month or so. Let's say that it's been pretty rough for me, but I'm gonna ride the wave and I'm gonna keep it going. And I am thankful and grateful that God has blessed me to be here also another day.
And you got a birthday coming up,
I
so
do
that's
have
something to celebrate.
I do have a birthday coming up. I mean, right now it's like I got this. I have a headache. It comes and it goes. It's been coming and going for the last 2 or 3 weeks. But God is yet still good. And He's great. My week has been, somewhat tolerable, but I am thankful and grateful that I'm still here and yet still alive, and still can come out and talk. And I'm like you. I'm enjoying the weather. I like this springtime weather. I was telling my niece over the weekend it's probably one of the favorite times of my year because of the year because it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and then you get to see all of the flowers and the trees blossom, which is
All the blooms.
very
Yeah,
beautiful. Tulips are growing in people's yards and stuff. So it's a very beautiful time of year. So this is what I like. But for me, life has been good. God is good. It's all good. Mm. And that's about it. Just a little hectic from time to time, but you make those adjustments and you keep it moving.
for sure.
That's what I say.
For
But
sure.
since we
It's always something. It's always something.
it's always gonna
And this too, whatever that may be, shall pass. So we just gotta try to look down the line instead of what's happening right now.
right,
So
right. This
positive mindset, positive in, positive out, to the best
period,
of your ability.
period, period. That's gonna be me regardless. Regardless. I'm gonna look at the even this past weekend. We lost my brother. And it's like even that was sad. But I tell everybody we had more time laughing than we did crying. We laughed so much, so hard. Yeah, we were sad then. We're still sad, and it's not really going anywhere no time soon. You just deal with it in a different way. But
That's
the
right.
fact of the matter is, it's like we laughed more than we cried. So more positive in, more positive out, and all of the negative energy. You know how we do it.
You
We
can't, yeah, we can't do it. I mean, but those memories you have with you forever. So
ever
on those sad times, you can pop into your memory the happy times. So
right.
that's
You
what gets
did.
you through.
And that's what I said. We're going, although really, honestly, I was like, oh man, I really don't feel like doing this, because I'm not all the way there yet, all the way back. I said, but we got to keep pushing. I told you earlier, got to keep moving. You can't, put a halt to things
Stagnant.
because
Yeah,
something major happened in your life. if you can, you got to keep moving, because
Down, but not out.
exactly, because there are some people that still count on you to keep going and keep doing things. So you don't want to stop because you're not the only person involved. It's other
Right.
people around you involved. So you want to keep pushing. So in the meantime, in between time, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So my dear sister friend, was saying why she said, let's talk about why people can't get along. What's the difficulties in people getting along? Why is it so hard? And then sometimes the bad part about it is, the really bad part about it is, women don't get along a lot more than men don't get along. But why is it that we can't get along? We just can't get along with people. What is the problem? What is
It's it can be very tough because at the end of the day, everyone has an opinion, right? And everyone's opinion should count. At least that's what we respectably should say, or should think, or should react, or act. But a lot of times we have people who want to force what their opinion is off on you, and so, or you're expressing yourself and they already have an answer before you've even gotten out what it is that you're trying to convey. And so a lot of times it's that battle of, not listening. I want you to hear my point. I don't really care about your point. And so that makes it challenging for both people to express where they are, be respectful. I can hear you. I don't have to necessarily agree with you.
right?
I have to understand your disposition. You can understand mine. And I think that's what it basically boils down to. Sometimes it's ego. Sometimes, like she said, it's vanity. Sometimes it's, I'm grown, I don't need you telling me, but it's not about that. It's just about what is the right thing to do at that time. What is the right choice to make at that time? A perfect example for me is, especially, condolences again on your loss, but those are times when loss happened, that family, they fall apart, they show the ugliness really comes out. And it's sad because everybody's dealing with it differently. Everybody deals with grief differently. And so with that example, it's easy to hurt, several people by your actions because maybe this is how, you grieve. And so it's just that's an example that stands out to me most, because every time death happens, it seems like something ugly shows its head. When it comes with family, and especially if there's money involved. So that's like one of the biggest examples of me on why people, they can't get it, they can't pull it together. But I just think it's difference of opinion, and I think a lot of it can be ego.
Yeah, I do too. And then their personal feelings, and I'm like Carolyn. Sometimes vanity clouds the truth, and like you said, I think the ego would cloud the truth too. But my thing, how do you get around it? How do you separate the two? Because as individuals and as people, we need to figure out how can we separate it. And then, because at the end of the day, you and I don't need to disagree, or we can disagree about a lot of things that we want to, but at the end of the day,
respectfully,
we don't need to let that, like you said, death comes between folks. There are things that will come between people, but as individuals, if we down for each other and with each other, we shouldn't do that. That should not happen. We should not be allowing that to take place, especially if, because I call you my sister and you call me your sister, so, and I call Carolyn my sister too, because we're all close. There should be nothing that we can't sit down and have a discussion about and talk about, and we fall apart. Well, heck, like you said, funerals, and thank God this funeral didn't do it. We don't do that in my family. We don't create that divide or that division between us. We don't do that. We were talking about 1 minute we can be disagreeing with each other outside, and minutes later we loving and hugging on each other and laughing about the disagreement we had.
Which is how it should be, but that's not culturally, unfortunately, in our community, that's not normal, and it's sad.
And Carolyn said, as women, we forget to uplift each other as sisters, and that's the truth. But then, because, and the way I see it, when that takes place, it's because that sister don't like that sister, or that sister don't like that sister. But okay, so what if you don't like them? I mean, it's no big deal if you don't like somebody. That is perfectly fine. That's the way I see it. I'm not going to down you or talk about you or out in public to somebody else or discuss something that's you and I talked about or whatever and just dog you. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to belittle you. That's not what I do. I'm not going to do that. You might have a friend or a bestie or somebody that you talk to and you ask them, you don't understand why this happened or that happened. But at the end of the day, Sandy is not gonna go out there and dog Shanice. I'm not,
No,
because you my girl, you my sister, we down for each other, we love each other. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not.
no, for sure. And if and me neither. And the thing is too, like if you say that you have that type of relationship with that person, there should be a conversation. If there's something that rubs you the wrong way about the individual that you've been cool with, just had a conversation with them. A lot of times that's basically what it boils down to. We have all these conversations with all these outside people instead of having it with the person that you're saying you're having an issue with. And so that's where a lot of tangled wires and confusion
Yep,
happens. So I mean that's where I'm at with it. Hit the source, speak to the source,
yep,
talk to the
go to it.
source, hear their side, hear your side. And at the end of the day, we might not agree. We may agree to disagree. But you see how I feel, I see how you feel. You have to respect, I have to respect it, and then you move on.
Let's
You don't
move
stay
on.
in that place.
Yep. And that's what Carolyn was saying. She said we envy negativity instead of positiveness, instead of the positiveness in people. And we do, and I don't know why, but sometimes negative feeds off of negative. But me personally,
Jealousy,
jealousy,
envious,
you know, a whole
title.
lot. Yeah,
Black
that's
folks,
the thing. Jealousy is the biggest thing. I think jealousy is one of the largest things I think that people deal with, and the reason why they treat people the way they treat them is because of jealousy. But why I mean, why wouldn't you? I'm gonna lift my sister up. It's like you need your eyebrows done or whatever. I got the perfect person to go. Why are you going over here? I can send you to somebody. Here's the number. Go on through there, look them up and see, they on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of that stuff.
whatever.
Go ahead
Yeah.
on. Now if you don't choose to go there, you can't never say that I didn't offer that up or I didn't give it to you. But I'm gonna uplift my sister. I'm gonna help my sister out. I'm not gonna bring no negativity to my sister at all because your negativity and my negativity, what is it accomplishing? It ain't accomplishing nothing.
No, and I think a lot of times too, you have to handle people with grace, and that's hard to do, because at the moment when it's happening, you don't know what that person's mindset or what their thought process is. You're just like, oh, I thought he knew me better than that. I thought she knew me better than that. Like, you can't make those assumptions. That's
Right.
a lot of times what we do. Like, we make an ass of ourselves. Assumption.
Yep.
We assume
Yep.
instead of having a conversation like, hey, you know what? When I did that, that wasn't my mindset. I
Exactly.
wasn't thinking of it in the context that you're now explaining to me. So now I understand why you feel this
The
way
way you
towards me or
feel.
that way towards
Absolutely.
me, or you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like everything's about conversation. Like it's all about communication.
It
I
is.
feel some type of way because I felt like we was close enough where you could have did XYZ. You know what I mean? Like let me put it out there and you say, I didn't think of it in that way and I wasn't trying to hurt you or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But it's just it's too much of I want to be right or I'm always right or I'm older than you or there's all these things when it's
Yep.
just like it shouldn't be that way.
All those variables. And then my thing is once it's put out there and there's an understanding, then okay, at the end of the day, let me apologize because that's not the way I was trying to do it or I wanted to do it or I meant to say it. You have to apologize. Now, once you do that, you're gonna either accept it
Or
or you're
not.
not gonna accept it.
Or
Because
not. And know this too, because a lot of times everybody ain't gonna apologize. It's just
yeah,
that's just not realistic. They might not feel they did nothing wrong. They might have felt their disposition was the right
right,
disposition. You
right,
might not agree with that.
right.
So don't hold your breath thinking that people are gonna apologize to you when you felt wronged or whatever. But do bring it up to them and say, hey, this is how I felt about it. They may apologize, they might not, but at
They
least you
might
get
not.
off your chest how you felt to that individual.
Yep. And like, Carolyn said, because She is absolutely right. When I first met Carolyn, it was just like she embraced me, brought me into the fold, little sister. She still called me little sister. And that's the love. If you show that love from the beginning, you're going to continue to show that love to the end. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's like brother, it's like I tell everybody he the best DJ in the city. Now, if you don't choose him, then that ain't, I mean, that's
not personal, right?
Yeah, you don't choose. I'm just telling you who I use. I'm just telling you who I feel is the best.
Teach his own.
And I done told many people, brother is the best. I mean, he the best in the city. I use him for my stuff, but if I tell somebody else about it, you the best eyebrows. So whatever you want to call, whatever that name is, esthetician or whatever, if nobody wants to come over there and do it, John is the best.
Choice.
That's your choice. You can't be mad at me because somebody I know didn't go get their car fixed by John. I mean, but the love that Carol and I have for each other, it continues, and it's going to continue. Because it hasn't broken in 30 years. It's and we done been through some stuff, and it's still.
And that's the key that you just said. We done been through some stuff because at the end of the day, people just throw around this my friend, and so they throw around these titles so easily. But when you're in a relationship with somebody, you go through some things. Right. And it's on how you come out on the other side that tests whether this person is really down for you and you down for them. Like the friendship is really there. But it has to be that mutual respect, on both sides.
Yep. And Carolyn said you don't take an apology and use it to further beat somebody down or demean them. I mean, you take it, you move on, or you don't take it, you still move on.
That's it.
And that's it. At the end of the day, that's it. Because it's never really it's about the fact that you realize what the mistake or what was done wrong or what happened. You realize and you're like, okay, I can't fix it, but I can apologize for it because now I got a better understanding because what you said, it was communicated.
Right.
And I'm like you, Carolyn, you're right. You should never judge anybody. You should really never judge folks. But we all know it happens
all the time. Yeah. Like I said, you don't know where people are in their life. You don't know what place they are. And, for some people, we're hearing about death here and there. We're hearing about suicide. Some people, they teeter-totter on the edge, and one small little thing can push them over, and but me personally, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, I don't want to be a part of why you felt like I was the last straw to cause you to want to do something to yourself. Like, I don't even want to be in that mix of thought process.
Me either. And I was saying that the other day, might have been yesterday. I'm so to the point, and maybe it's because of my age, and my mindset now. I'm so to the point where I'm like this. I'm not stress ain't gonna, bother me and get me to the point where I get sick, because I was talking about that too with somebody because they were so stressed out about something that they were really getting sick. And I was like,
it will take you out of here. It will take you out of here.
You are absolutely, you should not do that. But people let things bother them so much. The unfortunate piece, we just got off of a Zoom conference, and you could hear in the voices of some individuals
and heaviness. And heaviness,
and they were still holding on to it. It's like, okay, it was said, it happened. Now it's time to let it go. Now, if you choose not to let that go, then that's totally on you. At the end of the day, it's totally on you. I know Carolyn right there too, because it's just so much, and it's so much that she and I have gone through. It's like when I'm gonna use this as an example. She and I do something, and it's some other my friends, but she and I do something. Then you got this other one over here that says, well, why you didn't invite me? You didn't invite me. You didn't think about it and put, my bad. I'm sorry. At the moment, it could have been a spur of the moment. It could have been something that we needed to talk to each other about, a private moment. I needed some advice, or she needed some advice. You never know why people do what they do.
Exactly.
But then you in your feelings, because this didn't happen to me and Carolyn on more than one occasion. And we still kicking it, and we still haven't let anything or anybody come between the love and the friendship that we have.
That's how it has to be.
When I say it's been it be to the point where folks ain't speaking to you, ain't talking to you, and then like uh being like talking about you or whatever, and you ain't got nothing. I'm sorry, I didn't. My bad. You know, Carolyn wanted to do this, and we did it. You know, I needed to talk to Carolyn, so I did it. I'm like, what's
It's
the big
so it's
deal?
so it's so easy.
Oh my
And
God!
I can only speak from woman because that's all I've ever been.
Right,
As women to get so catty, petty, touchy, and caught up in she did this with her, but she didn't do it with me. Like
right,
it's so. And if that's where you are, that's fine. And if you feel that you need to express that, do, but don't stay there. And if you allow every little situation to get to you like that, like you gonna be a rattle cage
I
through
mean,
your whole life, through your whole existence here on earth.
yeah,
And for me, I don't have time. If Sammy got invited to something and Susan didn't invite me, I ain't feeling no type of way. I'm just gonna
right.
keep it moving.
Keep
And if
it
I
moving.
am feeling some type of way, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Sammy, you invited Susie. Why you ain't invite me? Like, what happened? What's up? Some person, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm feeling that way, but it's neither here nor there.
I'm telling you, and this didn't happen with
You
me.
learn, but not everyone. You learn that as you get older, as you
You
get a little
should,
bit wiser.
you should.
Certain things just don't matter. It's not
Right.
work.
It's not. It's not. You should learn that. You should know that the older you get, the better things should be for you mentally and physically, because the stress level will come between you, your family, your friends, your children, if you get to the point where it bothers you to that, because this is the thing. Carolyn ain't gonna keep coming to me talking about Shanice. I'm sorry. It just ain't. Every time I see you, it's not gonna happen. Or Shanice ain't gonna keep coming to me talking about Carolyn and what Carolyn did. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna. I don't want to hear that. That's. How about you? Y'all figure that out, or you figure that out, because I don't need you to come to me and you consistently saying, well, Shanice didn't do this or Carolyn didn't do that. No, no, no. That's not.
Talk to the source. Talk to the source.
At the party. You're right. And it's just like, yes, honey, we done lived through some.
The Thomas foolery.
Yes, honey, the Thomas foolery. You think we haven't, and it's crazy, but we still survive, and it's ridiculous, it's like, I don't get it, but I guess I'm not supposed to get it. I'm just supposed to do me, and be the best me that I can be, and try not to let that stuff like.
That's it. Unless you approach me about something, then we won't have a conversation about it because I'm not even thinking about it in that context. And some people
At
just they
all.
dwell on so many things, and there's so much other stuff we could be worried about. Like that's
Exactly.
dumb.
Like, can you say high gas prices? So what am I gonna put? How much gas am I gonna
Can we carpool?
You know,
Okay, like
you
let's
know,
get this carpool going. Like
every
everything
time
else, like it don't matter if it ain't contributing to my home or to something positive that's going on. It doesn't matter. Like
no,
it makes no difference. And people are wasting so much time, especially the younger generation. Like,
yes,
and I've learned this as getting older. Like I talked about earlier, even with family debates or fallouts or whatever. Like as time passes on, you just think like it's just not worth. Like this, my family.
right.
This is not worth this. Like let's have this conversation out. Let me tell you how I feel. Let me hear how you feel, and then let's start make some new memories. Like this is time consuming.
Very, very
You
time.
might drop dead in 2 seconds. I might drop dead in
Exactly.
5 seconds. What does it matter?
And it gets old, it gets old because
It's draining.
it is draining. It is draining. I mean, it's so draining. And it's to the point where you almost want to cut them off yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be bothered.
And sometimes you have to. Hey, AJ, thanks for
What's up,
coming in.
AJ? What's going on? What's happening?
Sometimes you gotta cut folk off. I mean, my cutoff game is strong,
Mine
but for the
too.
most part,
Mine
I
too.
want to try to talk it out. I want to try to work it out because I just feel like, biblically, we always talk about the word in the Bible. Like we all need each other, and we all have a purpose here. And if we're working congruent, if we're working together, it's gonna work out better than if we're fighting and separate.
Yep. It's better to be together than to be apart. We get so much more accomplished together than we do apart.
For
But I think
sure.
some people don't understand that and realize that, they want to, like you said about the women, they want to be catty and, we can only speak from a woman's point of view, be
That's it.
catty and, and never let it go and never,
My God, for years. They
yeah,
hold on to that thing for years. You hear
right.
me?
Remember when? Remember when? No, I forgot all about that because I let that go. I don't know why you still holding on to it. Because
It's too much.
it is. Make it make sense because it ain't going, because at the end of the day, I'm going to sleep well. And I'm going to keep living the best of my ability.
And I'm gonna eat. And I'm for sure go eat.
Yep. And God, yes, we know that. Yes, we know that. And my prayers is that God continue to bless all of us. But I don't understand it, It's and the thing about it too, not just it's black women, black men too, the black society itself just
Our
seems
culture,
to
just our
get
culture.
along with each other.
It's heavy. It weighs heavy. It weighs heavy.
It's unnecessary, It's like we already fighting to get to the point where we're trying to get to anyway, because we're not seen on the same level as other individuals. So we got to fight. So the more we fight with each other, we'll never prosper or get ahead. And I think some people fail to realize and forget. I helped you, you helped me, we helped each other. What's the problem? Because at the end of the day, you still may need me and I still may need you.
And the different form or capacity, yeah,
You
definitely.
don't want to cut your blessings off because the Zoom call that we was on, it was about, intimidation, rank, but there is no rank.
Again, I talked about this in the beginning when we first came on. Is a lot of times us as blacks and our culture get caught up on these titles. And it's not about that. It's about the experience, who could do the better job, come
Yeah.
alongside and say, hey, you shouldn't have said that. Me being able to say, you know what, let me think about that. You're probably right. I probably could have said it a different way. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's about, because all this fighting and tearing up and I'm better than you and I done been here, that stuff, you can go on and on forever with that.
Right. You
And
can't.
still ain't went nowhere.
Nowhere. Still you ain't went nowhere, ain't got nowhere, and you still. That's the blessing piece that I'm talking about. And you're still in the same spot. You're still in the same. You're still doing the same thing because you don't want to move from that location because you're not allowing yourself to. So, I mean,
My best advice is if there's an issue and it's not working out between you and that person, get a mediator. Try to get somebody else who don't know, not somebody who been in the mix and know what's going on. Get somebody on the outside who don't know neither one of y'all, and they hear you, they hear them, and then they just try to kind of help y'all
right.
meet in the middle, because otherwise it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be, I'm cutting you off. I don't want to talk to you no more. You know what I mean? And now I'm gonna go on 10 years, and I'm just that's why we ain't talking, because
Right.
that's done.
But my cutoff game, I'm like you though. My cutoff game real too.
I'm tight with it. Do you hear me? Strong.
I'm good. Because trust and believe, I'm the kind, and I know it. I know it. You're gonna need me before I need you. I know this, so I don't have no issue cutting you.
Hey, I'm gonna try to work it out, and if I can't,
will. That's right.
then I gotta move along. I gotta allow you to move along, because
Yep.
At the end of the day, in reality, once you get this, that everybody in your life isn't meant for you to hold on to, the better off you'll be. People are in your life. Certain people are in your life for seasons. Some people are in your life for lifetimes.
That's it.
And so don't hold on to seasonal people for a lifetime when that's not the intention God had. So the quicker you learn that, the better off you'll be. But people gonna have their opinions. You gonna have yours, and you ain't gonna be able to change they mind. They ain't gonna be able to change your mind. That's okay.
At all. And then the thing about it is, like I said, me and Carolyn been friends for 30 years. So that 30-year friendship has not gone anywhere. We don't see each other as often as we would like, but we talk to each other. So it's how you want to maintain that relationship with that individual. And it's how you want to either repair it or keep it together, or whatever. That's totally on you. But when you feel like you just can't stand somebody, oh, I hate them. Hate is a harsh word. I just said that the other day too. true. My grandma always said, "Do not ever say."
Say, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I
That's a
dislike it.
strong, they said that's a strong, that's like worse than a cuss word. That's a
Yes,
strong word.
you know, you when what's up, Tanya? Thanks for tuning
Hey,
in.
Tanya.
Hey, Ashley, what's up?
Hey,
What's
Ashley.
but you gotta maintain and you gotta stay focused. It's like now, like you said, and I said, now I have cut some people off. I really have because if you don't mean me, you don't mean me or my family or friends any good, and I know that, and you intentionally do things, then it's definitely time for me to let you go. I can, see you from a distance because if your intentions are not good for me and our friendship and what we have, then
Time
I'm,
move on.
I'm good. I
Time
done
move on.
I done went through the police department not speaking to people, and I'm okay with that. Because I don't know why you think that I'm going to be as friendly as I have been because of something that you did or said. No, I'm good on you because now I know how you really feel. I know how you really feel. I've
I
seen
done
it.
seen how you maneuver, so
Yeah,
I'm I'm,
so
I'm cool.
I'm gonna need to roll on over here on this side, and I'm good with it. But at the end of the day, I always say you miss me when I'm gone. Because when you good, you good, you know. But you miss me when I'm gone. Hate allows them to affect your spirit. Yes,
Yeah.
it does. It really does. Not only does it affect your spirit, it affects theirs and the other people that are surrounded by them too. So we need to know what we're doing when we're doing it and what we're saying. And sometimes we say things. It's like, oops. I mean,
Sometimes, yeah, and sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes you just gotta bow out gracefully.
yes, you got to
Sometimes
bite the
just
bullet.
some things just isn't always worth the battle.
No,
And in time, you learn that. With
you do.
time, you learn that. When
Yeah,
you're younger, you like, I gotta let my point be known, yada yada. It's like, nah.
no.
Because at the end of the day, every animal shows its stripes. So, you know,
If it had them, because our animals don't have stripes, so it's
well,
like
that's true, but
you know,
they show their real colors. They show who they are. You don't have to do a whole lot of work. I mean, be authentic, be who you are.
right,
And if something you don't like, speak up on it, and then move along from there, because you can't make someone be where you are. You can't make someone understand where you are in life, or why your thought process is like how it is. You'll kill yourself trying to do that. So
girl, you'd be
try to
stressed
be your
out.
best. Try to have people around you that want to be at
Right,
their best,
exactly.
and that want to climb the ladder with you. You climb, y'all helping each
Right,
other. Yeah, y'all gonna bump heads or go through some things, but
right.
still try to push through.
You're gonna have to, and the bad thing about the other bad thing too is, yes, people will show you who they are, or you will hear who they are. My thing is that they probably always been that person. You probably saw it before, but there are times that I know we have a tendency to overlook because we always want better for individuals. We want to see them do better. We want to see them be better. So when we see something, it's like, no, I'm gonna look over that, because I still, they still, that's my dog, that's my dog. But at the end of the day, how many more times are you going to keep overlooking how that individual acts or how that individual treats you or how that individual talks to you? You ain't going to let that keep happening. You're going to
Right.
throw up them deuces and you're going to cut them with them scissors and be done with it, because you can only leech off of me so long. Just for an example, you can only keep borrowing or taking from me so long. It's like, I'm only gonna come keep by your house picking you up and we going to work together and you ain't offer me no gas money. It's gonna only last so long. It's gonna
Yeah.
only last so long. So we have to figure out, I ain't gonna hate you or dislike you. I'm gonna be like, I know we working at the same place. You mean to tell me my sister can't even give me gas money, offer me to buy me lunch or nothing? You ain't doing nothing. I was like, but I'm right,
Yeah.
but you riding with me every day. Come on now.
Yeah, you gotta pull your weight out here. You gotta pull your weight.
You gotta carry yourself in a way that is healthy. It's not stressful, because your stress, like I said, that stress bring on stress with the people around you and your family. I've seen it too many times. I've
It
seen
does.
it too many
And it
times.
causes great sickness in
Yeah,
the body. And so, you know, I want health. I don't want sickness. No, I don't know people who sign up for, hey, I want to be sick. I'm
I'm
not that person.
I'm 57 on Saturday, 57 on Saturday.
Woo!
I'm trying to get 57 more years and all this other stuff. I don't be but no more. And then since I retired from the police department, the stress is just really less now than it's ever been in 25 years. So I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
I'm sitting up here chilling. Believe it or not, this is coffee in this mug. I mean, so I'm okay.
Yeah, I got water. I got water today. We winding down Wednesday, but we're doing it with
it's
coffee and water.
Black coffee, they say, with no sugar in it is healthy. So, I'm always talking about the health kick. We are always trying to talk about the health kick. And then what you eat and what you intake in your body helps with your attitude as well while you're playing. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Help with your attitude. You can't tell me that if you don't eat healthy, you don't feel healthy, that your attitude won't be positive.
that's
Now,
for
if you're
sure.
out there red meat and you're feeling all bloated and you can't go to walk, you wobbling, guess what? Your attitude is gonna be stank. It ain't gonna be positivity, positive in and positive out. It's gonna be stank in and stank out because I'm just
That's
saying
what you're serving it. That's what you're serving it.
this is my opinion, people. This is my opinion. This is what I'm thinking. Not saying that's how you are, but this is how I'm thinking, and if you keep positive around you, positive will take place. I mean, it's just positive things will happen to you, but you always got to definitely what we say over here, you got to keep God first though.
It's a
Without
mindset. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle.
But some people are just evil. They just flat right out.
Flat out. Period.
Flat right out evil.
It's just evil, just mean, just want bad things to happen. Just look for me the bad things to happen to me. Yeah.
Because everything that happens ain't about you. Everything that goes on ain't about you. Can you remove yourself first? Just remove yourself just for a little bit. So open up, just open up. Just open it up. Open up the floodgates of heaven, do like the Red Sea, staff in the middle. Open up. Just open up and let people walk through,
Sometimes you got to stand back and be quiet and just observe.
Yep. And then the thing too, you do need to pull them to the side. Just pull them to the side and have a decent conversation, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna talk to me crazy. You ain't gonna be. If I ain't disrespectful to you, then please don't be disrespectful to me. I mean, you can say what you want to say, but just watch what you say.
That's right. That's right.
At the end of the day, but we need to do better. We just need to do better with people, period. We got to do better. We got to do better with each other. Let me say that, with each other, because black women are just, sweet baby Jesus.
When them knives come out, when them Ginsu knives come out, baby, listen. Chop, chop, chop.
Yes, honey. They bring them claws out. I've seen it happen too many times.
Fool around to be a brawl, like a right on brawl, like right there and there.
Right. I've seen it too many times. There's no reason why I should dislike somebody because you my girl, but you hanging out with my other girl, and that's y'all always there's no way I should be in my feelings.
No. So what? And
if I got the promotional job or position and you didn't get it, you should be happy for me if we are like that. If we down like that. If you got to go to a play to see Fantasia in The Color Purple and you're on the front row and I'm back on row 15 or 20, why am I mad at you? Because you got that opportunity to sit on the front row. Come on now. And that's my girl. I mean, but I'm okay with that.
It's petty. It's really petty. It's very petty.
And that's what it's petty. And that was our Zoom meeting. Petty Zoom meeting earlier.
Pettiness. We gotta come away from that pettiness.
We gotta come away from
because at the end of the day, it's easy for you to be jealous and upset off of what somebody else have, but you don't know what they went through to get to that place.
Exactly.
You don't know the hell or the torment that they may have had to go through to get there. It looked good. It looked glamorous. It's this, is that. you don't know what they went through to be in that place. And
Yep.
it's a reason why you're not in that place.
Yep.
So let's try to look at it that way, instead of she don't deserve that. That should be me, yada yada yada. Like you don't know what happened. You don't know why, You don't know. And look at where you are. Don't look at where somebody else is.
Absolutely.
How can you increase in the area that you're in?
How can I get to that point next time? How can I do it the next time? How can we do it together in the future or whatever? Stop looking. I'm like, say it. How can we move forward?
Right.
I mean, come on now.
Okay, she in this position. I wanted to be in the position, but she a sister like me. That's what's up. We Black, we out here, we women, we doing it. That's what matters.
Support.
Now I got a relationship with her. You know what I'm saying? We learning stuff. She learning stuff. When she get ready to retire, hey, she might call me up and be like, hey, I want to put my girl on. You don't know why things are like they are, or why God has them in the places that He does. We don't know. We don't know His timing. We do not, and we fall short every time. We upset ourselves. We hurt ourselves. We hurt others because our timing ain't His timing.
Nope.
So be where you are and be the best that you can be where you are.
Move self out.
Work that thing right.
Take
and then when it's time, when it's in God's timing, you'll be in a different place.
Absolutely. You'll be in the midst of them. Because that's what He said. You're gonna find yourself in the midst of them, but you got to remove self out of that. You got to remove that pettiness out of that, because if you don't, you won't prosper. And I oftentimes say, and people, and I don't know their life and what they're doing and how they're living, but if you know people and you see them and you know the things that happen to them, you wonder why you struggle.
Yes. Yes.
Happening for you the way it's happening for somebody else. It's because of that pettiness and that hatefulness, that insecureness, that vanity, that ego, all of that,
It ain't your turn. It's not your turn yet. It's gonna be your turn, and you don't have to step on nobody, spit on nobody, crap on nobody. You don't have to do none of that. It will be your turn in the right time.
Period.
But if you can't stay diligent on this path right here, you're gonna mess up, not just for yourself, for generations. You're gonna mess up for generations. And that's the thing, people get off a path and they messing up for generations. You could be messing up for your kids right now.
Yep.
I need you to think about this.
Exactly. Think about it. And then, another thing just came to my brain. Be careful what you say about somebody, because once again, that could be, we talked about that this weekend too. That could be another generational curse because you got kids. You're failing to realize you got children. They're going to have children, hopefully at some point in time. So be careful what you say about people.
Man, yes.
I'm telling you, because when you put it out there in the atmosphere, you know what God say, you putting it out there. You're putting it out there. It's like there's life and death in the tongue. So you got to be careful what you say, who you say it to, and why you say it. I mean, because I'm telling you, it's a generational curse, like you said, because you done spoke it. You done spoke it. It then came out your mouth, period. So you have to be extremely careful what you say and how you can be in your feelings all day. That's fine. We're going to be in our feelings. I'm in my feelings because I need to do something. I want to go I wished I was in another country right now for my birthday, but I'm in my feelings, but I'm okay with that because God didn't see fit for me to go to another country to celebrate my birthday.
And people and that's the mindset you have to have, because you don't know why you wishing and wanting and hoping in this position. Like you could be wishing and wanting and hoping for the wrong thing. You could be putting yourself in a position that you really don't need, and you're like, man, I wish I need to get up out of here. Like I really wanted this, but you don't know all the ins and outs of it. You know what I mean? It's just on the surface it look like it's good, and so I should go for that, or it's a shortcut. You can't. It doesn't work that way. It never works out that way.
Never. And that's why I can't go around talking about Shanice this and that and the other. No, I'm speaking life and death, for myself. because I'm speaking bad against Shanice. That's why I don't do that. I'm like, no, no, no. That's my girl. You want your eyebrows done? Go on over there. She can hook you up, without a doubt. Even if you want some lashes, she can put them lashes on for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm going to look out for my people.
Yeah, we all have different talents. We all
You
have different
do.
skills. And in
You
due
do.
time, God will serve you what you need to have, but you just got to be patient. You can't want what somebody else had.
Exactly.
You can't, that's wrong. It's greed.
It's
It's
me.
all of these things. And
Yep.
so it messes you up in the long run, in the
Yep.
end. So
It's
yeah,
fair.
that was deep. That was heavy.
Ooh.
We got some light stuff coming up. We got events coming up. Y'all gotta check out the Tuck Radio
Yeah,
page.
yeah, yeah.
We always post this stuff,
Always posting stuff, and it's, we like thinking about these gas prices that are ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my Lord, they are off the charts. Guess what we got to do? We got to still go to work. We got to still get to the grocery
Yeah,
store.
still move. That's right.
Still move. There's no need me complaining about them gas prices. It's just, how am I going to decrease my travel in my car so I won't have to? How am I?
I gotta rethink some things. I can make 2 trips at one instead of going here, then stopping, and go there, then stopping. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta just readjust. That's all. Readjust.
This is where that friendship piece come in. I go to the grocery store on Wednesdays. You might call me and say, "Hey sis, will you pick up this for me?" That way you ain't got to go. I mean, so it's like, you gotta know what to do, and it's all about how you treat people. But if you're gonna talk about me like a dog, or mistreat me, or spit on the ground when I walk by, then guess what? No, boo, I can't go to the grocery store for you. No, can't. I'm sorry, I can't help you save gas, and we do ride share. No, sis, I'm sorry, I can't do that. No, I love you, but I can't do that. So God,
you would pay Uber, so why you ain't paying me?
right? You know what I'm saying? So be careful.
Make sense.
We got to be more careful, because once again, life and death in the tongue. Life and death in the tongue.
For sure.
We started late, so we had to go over a little bit. There's some things going on. I'm still kind of feeling like a little blah, but I'll be all right. I gotta just keep pushing and keep pushing. But
that's right. We gotta shake it off sometimes.
Yeah. My birthday is Saturday. I do plan on enjoying myself.
You better.
I was told, this is my whole, you know how I am. I like to sit back and I know I can't sit back. Let me say that. I can't sit back. I cannot sit back. I like planning my own stuff. I like planning my own events, especially my birthday. But with so much that was going on with my brother, I have
a chance to. Yeah.
I have been ordered, and I mean ordered, and it's very hard for me to do. Sit back, don't do nothing.
I got it.
That's what they said now. That's what they said. That's what they said.
All right, then.
So it's hard for me. Oh my Lord, Jesus, it's hard for me.
This is a test.
Woo. And God take us through those. He takes us through them. I'm looking like this. I'm trying to be like, can I just a little bit? Can I help? Let me just a little bit.
Let me peek and see what I got going on.
I do. I need to see, because I need to, my hands need to be in it. So it's like, I was ordered, told, demanded, threatened.
Well, all right now.
Oh yeah, trust me. I'm like, when I say I can't do nothing and I ain't done nothing, and that ain't like me. And my birthday is in 3-4 days.
No. So you got a little bit of panic on the inside, like,
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm just sweating bullets. It's like, man, it's like I can't call nobody and ask nobody nothing, because ain't nobody.
They ain't gonna tell you. They ain't gonna tell you nothing.
The only thing that I was told is, who you want to come. Let me know, and I'll do some on this side and you do some on the other side. So I was like, and that just I came back Sunday or Monday. So now I got to go through the whole thing and go down the list and send out. I need you to show up here. I
don't know nothing else, so don't ask me, but just come.
Yeah. All I need you to do is show up, because that's all I was told. You just need to show up. I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to show up, and all my friends are gonna have to show up. So I was like, it's like, I'm scared though. I'm nervous because I
it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
I like planning my own stuff.
It's gonna be okay.
I think everybody know me. No, I like
stuff.
So.
Yes, we do.
But for me not to do nothing. Oh my
Oh,
God.
just hold on to Jesus.
The girl, I am. I'm holding on. I'm holding to his hand. God's unchanging hand. I'm holding on. So yeah, so it's been good. All is well. We come to the point where we got to give a positive quote so we can get up out of here. At the end of the day, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, but be careful what you say because there's life and death in the tongue, people. Trust me. But anyway, I didn't want to get.
My positive quote is just be patient. Be patient. Just be patient. I can't say that enough. I'm a person that's been working on my own patience. So
Me too.
Child is real. Okay, just be patient.
Whatever
Whatever that be patient is for you. I don't know. It can mean something different for everybody. Just be patient.
Right. Challenges. They're out there. It's not going to stop. It ain't going to happen. You're going to continue to be challenged, but it's all about how do you deal with that challenge? What do you do with that challenge? But be patient when you do that. Be patient when you are challenged with whatever it is, because life is too short to be stressing and worried about many different things. So be patient when you are challenged with life issues and problems. And y'all know positive in, positive out. And it's always better to give than it is to receive. We love you,
Carolyn.
We love everybody. We'll see you next week.
Peace.